Hi there guys, it's just Pip here, and today we're going to be discussing about how do you know that you're ready to move on and to really discover what your life's really about. So for me, from my understanding of anxiety from my own journey and from a couple of other people's, the thing that causes the most anxiety is not knowing who you are and not knowing where you're going, because as Tony Robbins said, if you didn't know who you were, how would you know how to act? So when I talk about this, I've just been having a quick think, and I just want to share some thoughts with you that came to light for me. So, I think when the universe or life or God or whatever it is that you call it, fate maybe, wants you to find your purpose, the thing is you have to be ready to receive. Now, they teach this in The Secret, which is by Rhonda Byrne. It's a book that you can buy, but it's also a film which features many of the kind of successful people of life, millionaires, but also people who have had really transformational things in terms of medical health and just other riches of life, and it's really, really worth a watch. Anyway, so when we go to find out what our calling is, if you like, they can be held back from us for a number of reasons. So I am heading towards the end of my 20s, and I have come to a point where I am ready to find out what it is that the universe wants me to do. I'm ready to discover, and I'm aware that I want to discover what it is life or God or universe wants me to do. But I don't think I'm ready to receive. And the reason I say that is because when I look at what I do, when I look towards the energy I give towards things like giving to other people, things like wanting to help people, that energy is off, it's out of alignment with what you want. Obviously, we talk about this, about the levels of awareness. You know, we start here, and if you want something on the level here, you have to kind of fill in that gap, and you have to act from the wish fulfilled. Now, every guru will tell you this, Bob Proctor, oh gosh, so many, Les Brown, imagine, think of what you'd like, imagine what you'd like, that sort of thing. And this is why visualization works. And when I came across visualization, I was like, okay, these are a bunch of crazy people sitting there in the room, totally in the wrong time zone, ignoring what is around them and just imagining wonderful things. But that's not quite what happens. What happens is, when you imagine something, it goes through your conscious to your subconscious. Now, as we know, the conscious mind, that's what the thinking mind, the things that we're aware of, what we think about what we're having for tea, for example, or what we think about another person. The subconscious mind is actually what executes what you do. So there's often a knowing doing gap, because people know that they should lose weight, or they know they should go out for a walk more, or brush their teeth more, or whatever, but it is often a gap. So I think the thing is that you have to be ready to receive, and for me, I have to do quite a lot of work, because the emotion that I put towards things is totally out of kilter. If the universe was to give me my calling now, I wouldn't recognise it, a lot. And I think a lot of people are saying we're content, we're happy. If our calling came walking down the streets, we wouldn't recognise it. We wouldn't stop and go, I'm gonna turn around and follow that. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm gonna turn around and follow that. And this links so well with a story that I was being told. I hang out with a really kind Christian group. I am not a Christian at all. But I was being told by a story by a young lady, and it was about when, after Jesus was crucified, we've just had Easter, two disciples were walking down the road, and they were just expressing their disappointment and the sorrow, and they were like, he was meant to be the Messiah, and now he's dead, he couldn't overcome death. And Jesus actually joined them, and they didn't recognise him. And I suppose it's the same with our calling. Like, you have to be in a place where you're ready to recognise it. It's always kind of there, but we don't bring ourselves into that alignment, and I know I have a lot of work to do. So just wanted to share that thought with you guys. It comes from the energy fulfilled, from the spiritual energy. How do you know when you have discovered your calling? Euphoria, absolute euphoria. Again, I was watching something by Bob Proctor the other day. He does something on this, well worth a listen to, about 26 minutes long, but I listened to it in the car, multitasking. So, and his other advice was for people who are still in that phase, which was me. What do you do? And he said, you've got to do whatever you're doing to the best of your ability, even if you hate it. Even if you hate it, because it will draw something out of you that you haven't seen before. And also just sit down and really think about what you want, not in terms of materialism, because I think a lot of us, we get to the material goods, celebrities and things, and they're still not actually fulfilled. They're still looking for something. Fulfillment is from the inside. Our spirit is physical world. Yes, we are spiritual beings in a physical body, but that's not really what determines what we do so much. It's our thoughts. It's things like love, trust, honesty, perception, all these things that we can't see, are higher mental faculties, as they're called, but we'll get onto that in another lesson. So I just wanted to share that. I hope you're well, and I hope this has helped you. You take care and have a great day. Bye bye.